We'll lead things off then. Nick Gonzalez and Brian Reynolds. Nicky G back home here in Phoenix since April the 19th, hitting .426. Ryan O'Hearn, Marcell Ozuna, Connor Griffin moves up to the 6th spot in the batting order for the first time in his early career. Jake Mangum, Joey Bart, Jared Triolo against Eduardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, you take a look there from Eduardo Rodriguez and you see his numbers, what he's been able to do. And he'll use a good fastball, four-seam fastball. It's not going to overpower you, but he has a nice cut fastball he likes to use as well. So the Pirates, as we said before, fast infield, are looking to get started early with this offense.
O'Neal Cruz swings the first pitch and hits a fly ball to right, but it's foul, and it was impressive. A high towering, kind of reminiscent of that ball that he hit in Texas.
Yeah, hit off the top of the foul.
Yeah, have to get Hannah Mears out there tomorrow. I mean, it had that trajectory. Facing the lefty, Eduardo Rodriguez, a .341 average against lefties. There's Donnie trying to hide in the baseball ops suite.
He's so uncomfortable right now.
Oh, he can't stand it.
He's asking anybody want to see the monitor.
2-1 the count. Yeah, he is miserable, actually.
But it is a good perspective, though, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, you do get to see it again.
Well, yeah,
from a
you can
different
speak to
lens.
that.
No
how
doubt.
different it looks. And a pop-up, shallow center, and oh, a nice play made by Perdomo.
Yeah, that agility comes in play. The shortstop making a nice play there. Perdomo had to turn around and redirect himself. You can see him going back on the ball, just back to the infield, and right there redirecting. Good agility on his pass. Nice catch.
Center fielder Alec Thomas coming in, but it was Perdomo's ball. And now here's Nick Gonzalez hitting in the 2-hole. A batting average of .328, 5th best in the National League. A Tucson, Arizona native. Went to high school about 130 miles from here.
I'm sure Nicky G has some family and friends. Make that trip up, an hour and a half from downtown Phoenix.
0-2.
I've seen Nick Gonzalez a lot lately, really being aggressive on the pull side.
He goes down on strikes. So the nice play by Perdomo, the strikeout by Rodriguez. Check out the defense for the Diamondbacks. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in left, speedy Alec Thomas in center, and speedy Corbin Carroll in right. Nolan Arenado, yep, he's at third base for the D-backs. Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, those two might be the best up the middle in the league. Ildemaro Vargas at first, and Gabriel Moreno catches the strike to Reynolds. Nolan Arenado dealt to the D-backs over the winter from the Cardinals.
Yeah, Brownies, we've grown accustomed to seeing this Arizona Diamondbacks defense being so good. And right now they're in the middle of the pack as a team. You like to think that might have something to do with their slow start.
And a bouncing ball to the shortstop, Perdomo. And so Eduardo Rodriguez enjoys a 1-2-3 first inning. And Bubba Chandler will come out.
Mom, I got.
Yeah, a lot of folks bringing in cones.
I almost brought a cone in today, Brownie.
Well, we brought one. We got one.
You had my back.
Yep, had your back. Check out the lineup for the Diamondbacks under Torey Lovello, Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, a couple of switch hitters at the top, then back-to-back lefties, Corbin Carroll, Adrian Del Castillo, Ildemaro Vargas, the switch hitter, league's leading hitter, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Nolan Arenado, Gabriel Moreno is the catcher, and Alec Thomas. Those 9 against Chandler. Good to see that first pitch strike at 99.
That is impressive, and that's going to be the key to Bubba's success. Being able to have command of that good four-seam fastball.
Comes back with a changeup right away.
Yeah, take a look at the car shield numbers for Bubba Chandler. Opposing average at 213. Most importantly, he wants to get ahead and count and really wrap up that strikeout.
He shook off Bart a couple of times, looked like. Bart punching in a couple of numbers. It looked like a couple of shakes and then a strikeout at 100. Maybe a truly determined Bubba Chandler tonight.
Yes, no doubt. That fastball was a really good one. And you're talking about exploding at the top of the zone. We said before, Arizona Diamondbacks, they do hit the fastball well, but a Bubba Chandler fastball may have something a little different on it.
Right down the middle. Ketel Marte hits this drive toward left center field, and not a good route there from O'Neill Cruz, and it bounces off the wall. And heading to third base, as it is Mangum who takes it off the wall, not Cruz. So Ketel Marte gets a triple.
And Ketel Marte looking to ambush Bubba Chandler on that fastball. Got one out over the plate, down and away. Used the entire field. That ball goes halfway up the wall. O'Neill Cruz, you see the route, but even with a good, decent route, that ball was hit so hard off the top of the wall. Then it got away. That was a tough part. Mangum had to field it instead of O'Neill Cruz. I think Ketel Marte took advantage of that, stretched that out to a triple.
So now the infield in with one out for Corbin Carroll, and a strike. Ketel Marte off to the races.
See, right about here, he looks to shut it down. And once he saw O'Neill Cruz didn't have the ball.
That's his first triple of the season, and now 0-2. Bubba Chandler looks for a strikeout of Corbin Carroll, who actually leads the team in that dubious mark at the plate, 36 strikeouts.
Yeah, this is what a strikeout pitcher wants. This situation, Billy get a big punch out with a man on third base with less than 2 outs. Like to have that good fastball at the top of the zone and blow by.
There's 100, but 2-2. Rookie of the year 3 years ago. Two-time All-Star Corbin Carroll. And after getting out in front, he now falls behind. And walked him. Looks like Bubba Chandler was hoping for a challenge there from Joey Bart. Watch him again. He thinks it's a strike, but it's a good thing it wasn't challenged. It wasn't really close.
You don't want any part of that. That's why the pitchers don't get a chance to challenge very often.
Well, it's a good thing the home plate umpire, Ben May, didn't see that.
Yeah, because
some umps have.
Joey stood up right in front of his eyes. Thank goodness. That was a good call.
A block from Joey Bart. Here's Del Castillo. First pitch changeup and a strike. The other umpires, John Tumpain, Brendan Miller, and Chris Conroy at third, is the crew chief.
Yeah, Ben May has a delayed call behind the plate as an umpire. Joey Bart almost wants to challenge every pitch.
Did he go? Oh, that was close.
Yeah, Bubba going to that slide step with Corbin Carroll at first base, who is obviously looking for a nice little chance. You see the check swing? Yeah, nope, just held back just a bit.
Another guy that can be had via the strikeout. He was punched out 21 of 63 at bats. And Chandler ahead of him. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
No, Brownie, with this 99 power fastball from Bubba Chandler and where we're seated right now, almost guarantee I will have to save you today.
Oh, really? You're going to save me now?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to protect
Thanks, Dad. 2-2.
Well, I just know you're so locked in right now. That makes
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you, Mr. Great defensive first baseman. I'm very well aware. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And Christopher Negron is managing this team in Don Kelly's absence. Sean Bowman, one of the coaches off to his right, probably serving as his bench coach. 2-2. And lifted to center. Marte Dees, really good speed at third base. See if Cruz gives it a shot. Fires toward the plate, but it's off the mark and cut off. And unfortunately, not good because Carroll advances 90. It's 1-0 Arizona.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks are definitely known for their base running. They do a really good job taking extra 90s, and that was an opportunity there for Corbin Carroll to sneak in there and get back into scoring position. O'Neill Cruz came up and hit the cutoff man, but like you said before, you got to be aware of that situation too. Corbin Carroll tagging, the speed of Corbin Carroll makes up the big difference. You can't do too much with that unless you can throw it immediately into second base.
So Ildemaro Vargas, the league's leading hitter and maybe the biggest surprise from an individual player standpoint in baseball. One of them certainly, Ildemaro Vargas, the well-traveled journeyman who's been all over the place, including 3 different stints with these Diamondbacks, a time with the Pirates a few years back, and just had over the weekend his hitting streak snapped. 27 consecutive games going back to the end of last year. And a 24-gamer to start this season. Second longest to start a year since Ron LaFleur had a 30-gamer to start the 1976 season. LaFleur of the Tigers. Levin Furniture and Mattress defense. You've seen O'Neill Cruz out in center and Jake Mangum in left. Brian Reynolds is in right field. Jerry Triolo getting the start at third base with Ryan O'Hearn at first. Nick Gonzalez, Connor Griffin up the middle, and Joey Bart catches Chandler. 2-2. Not pictured Kevin Young, who's the booth defender. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chandler look at second and just gets a piece of it. Kevin was talking about the Diamondbacks defense. It is right around the middle of the pack in terms of, and there are all kinds of stats. One, baseball savant has the outs above average. And as a team, the D-backs have 8 outs above average. That's 13th. The Pirates are plus 18, 8th in baseball in that category, outs above average. And still 2-2. The Cubs and the Cardinals, give it some perspective, are plus 36. The Brewers team defense plus 33 outs above average. Is there a pattern here?
It is. It's the NL Central.
Central Division teams.
The NL Central is playing some really good baseball to start off this season.
With defense a priority. 2-2. Wow, Ildemaro Vargas.
You can see why that 27-game hitting streak, as you said, from last season coming into this year, just fouling off tough pitches, just a tough at bat. And I watched all his hits for this season during that point, and they were spread out all over the field from foul pole to foul pole. He just finds a way to put the barrel to the ball.
He's only struck out 11 times and sends a drive to right center. And over is, oh no, another miscommunication between Cruz and Reynolds. It goes as a double and a 2-0 lead. Just can't figure this.
Yeah, Brian Reynolds had a beat on that ball the entire way. I'm not sure. See O'Neill Cruz shaded over to left center. Brian Reynolds has the ball, but he's looking at O'Neill Cruz for some reason. See him peek over there towards O'Neill, and he slows up again, thinking O'Neill was going to make a play possibly. You see Bubba just frustrated.
By that replay, it looks as though that's Reynolds' ball, and for some reason he pulls up.
Yeah, he pulled up twice on that one. He took a peek at O'Neill Cruz, and like I said, O'Neill Cruz was shaded to left center field on that one. So Brian Reynolds definitely had a beat on it.
Well, we just got done talking about defense, and that defense cost the Pirates. Won't go down as an error. It goes down as an RBI double, but that's got to be a third out. Tony Beasley is the outfield coach, and he's not a happy camper right now. You can just see it.
You can tell he'll definitely meet those guys at the top step to figure out, what's going on.
And now what's going on here? Time is called. Bart calls time, and Bill Murphy, the pitching coach, comes out.
This is just to slow down emotions more than anything. Bubba Chandler obviously had a tough at bat he had to face there, throwing multiple pitches.
And he figures he's got the final out, and it turns out not to be. It's a double and a run scored, so
Vargas fouled off some really tough pitches and extended the inning a little bit. Now obviously that ball that fell, let's just slow down your emotions and get back to it. Leave that guy out there. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to make a mistake here down in the count 2-0 and give up an extra run on that.
Well, Demario Vargas, the double, and RBI number 22, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The runner at second, and 2 outs, and a 2-0 count, and it's ball 3. Started the year on the injured list. Had knee surgery last September. He walks on 4 pitches. So kind of what we talked about, the outside, the free passes, something he's working hard to control, but that is the 22nd walk in less than 30 innings.
Yeah, Bubba Chandler approaching 30 pitches at this point. I'd like to try to get rid of Nolan Arenado relatively quickly.
99. Veteran Nolan Arenado, who's reached base safely in 10 of his last 11 games, and over his last 18 games hitting in a 361 clip. Strike called. Hard slider misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chandler came in having walked, tied for the most walks allowed in the National League with the Reds' Brandon Williamson. And 2-2. Remember, he got ahead of Corbin Carroll after the triple. Marte, he was trying to put Carroll away, ended up walking him. Was ahead 0-2, and then through 4 straight balls. This ball's popped back. Kevin, help me.
I got you.
Okay.
Just in case. I mean,
here's the cone, by the way.
Yes. I mean, you had your coffee. I didn't want that.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we got coffee. We got computers. Everybody, hey, relax. Kevin's got us.
Where's the ball?
3-2. Trying to keep his emotions in check. Arenado calls time. Really need an out right now. Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, on deck. Not close. As he was walking off the mound, he pointed toward the first base umpire, John Tempane. And Bill Murphy's going to get somebody up the pen. Johan Ramirez. Gabriel Moreno hit his first home run on Sunday. Strike 1. A couple of career grannies for Gabriel Moreno. They were at Wrigley Field in Chicago. And the Cubs swept them.
Yeah, Brownie Bubba just went to the windup right here, and he's just been able to paint a couple fastballs. See if that'll get him on track and get him out of this inning.
Fouls away 100. .28 strikeouts, including the first batter he faced tonight, the leadoff man Geraldo Perdomo. And then Ketel Marte, tripled off the left center field wall. He walked Carroll, the sac fly by Del Castillo, the Vargas tainted RBI double, and back-to-back walks. Bounce left side. There's Triolo. Tosses to second. So it's a 2-spot, 8 to the plate. The D-backs leave 3 onto the second. Well, they're back in the dugout now, the Pirates, and Brian Reynolds. A very brief conversation with Tony Beasley. You see the Pirates outfield instructor as Reynolds is back seated. But again, miscommunication.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you know, as a player immediately too, when the mistake happens. You know, like I said, Brian Reynolds, I mean, had a beat on the ball. He had a great jump on it, great route. Just took a sneak peek a couple times. O'Neal Cruz is running full speed, and a lot of times those footsteps, you hear them coming, that'll get you to take another peek.
Ryan O'Hearn now, a 1-2-3 first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. O'Hearn showed you the numbers against left-handed pitching. Very strong numbers for O'Hearn, who's a batting average of .308, is 13th best in the National League. Rodriguez picks up his second strikeout.
I see an off-speed pitch and perfectly placed by Rodriguez. Nice little curveball down and away at the knees. Those crafty lefties.
33 years old, signed a 4-year deal December of 2023. $180 million or $80 million deal for Eduardo Rodriguez, and a strike is called on Marcell Ozuna. His last 3 starts, he's given up 10 runs in just under 15 innings. Ozuna's started to gain some traction. A little 4-game hitting streak for him. Hitting .290 last 9 games against the Diamondbacks. 2-2.
Now this is where you look for Marcell Ozuna to really have a good road trip. We have a hitter's ballpark like this. His ability to go the other way.
And a full count. And the walks have been an issue for Eduardo Rodriguez as well, by the way, lately. First 18 innings, he walked only 5 batters. Last 14 2/3 innings, he's walked 11. The rotation last dozen starts has struggled. 1-7 and a 10-10 ERA for the starting rotation over the last 12 games. And there's a walk. And the other thing gives you more than a little bit of hope is the fact that the Diamondbacks actually have the worst record in baseball when they score first.
Oh, wow.
They're 4-8.
Did you know?
Kevin, did you know?
I did not know that. That's a good at bat for Ozuna, falling down in the count 0-2 and then fighting his way back to get on base.
And here's Connor Griffin, 6-game hitting streak for him. Talked about it, what he's done in the last 10 days. And ball one. Kevin, you're talking about before the game, off the air, about your keys to success, and you had a couple of the young ones. In fact, these are youngins, we're calling this.
Yeah, Connor Griffin's one of those guys. Him and obviously Jake Mangum, Nick Gonzalez, those guys are in different roles in different parts of the lineup today. Maybe Connor Griffin can continue his success with a big ball here.
1 ball, 1 strike. And 2-1. Fastball a little up and in. Talked a lot about the fastball, and Connor Griffin has been on time. That fastball the last couple of weeks, maybe a key to his success. And clubs that try and pound him in.
And it does make a difference. And when you can turn around a major league fastball, it forces the pitcher and catcher to do something differently. And a lot of times that's to spin the ball, get off-speed pitches that are elevated in the zone. And Connor Griffin is a unique talent where he can definitely find the barrel on off-speed pitches as well.
Now 2-2 with 1 out. Comes in again, misses. 3-2.
That's just a great take. I mean, I don't care what age you are. When you're able to take that pitch, push him out, maybe force another pitch here, that's just a quality at bat in the making.
Payoff pitch coming. Checked, or did he? Yes, he did.
Great at bat.
Connor Griffin draws the walk.
And those are the things that, like you said, they don't go down at really big, grandiose things, but those are huge for development of a young player at the major league level. The ability to draw walks, take what the pitcher gives you, just pass the baton. And that's what the Pirates have been able to do offensively. They have some guys that have been able to do just that.
Back-to-back free passes after the strikeout. Now it's Jake Mangum getting the start in left field. Mangum, pinch hitter on Sunday against the Reds. A pinch hitter who drew a walk, and now the bat goes sailing past the third baseman. And Arenado had to be concerned about that.
He was concerned. He actually moved out of the way of the bat, Brownie. I've never seen that happen in a major league game where the bat came that close to actually hitting the corner infielder.
And where the infielder had to delay getting the baseball.
Wow.
He had to wait to get out of the way of the bat, and then
wow,
the ball hit so slowly the barrel goes past the third baseman. Wow, that's right.
He's played a lot of games, and I'm sure that's the first time he ever had experienced that. Yeah, take a look at really what you're looking at. It's like, oh, wait.
What do I do first?
Yeah, let me get out of the way. This twirling dagger.
Joey Bart now. Another broken bat and rolled to second. A couple of base runners on the walk, but then Rodriguez gets a couple of ground ball outs. It's 2-0 Snakes. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates. Because life, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. And by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries. A lot of Pirate fans on hand and hoping that Bubba Chandler finds kind of what was missing in that first inning and gets that command back. Such a good start to strike out Perdomo. Send along a happy birthday wish to Bill George, turned 60 today. Bethel Park's Bill George. And there is Bill Murphy standing alongside the bench coach and acting manager Christopher Negron.
Yeah, right now Bill Murphy's thinking one thing. He wants Bubba Chandler to have a quick, efficient inning. Bubba reaching in the mid-30s with his pitch count. You see him right now sitting at 38.
Number 9 man in the order is Alek Thomas, a 184 hitter. Couple strikes on him. Outstanding defender, great speed.
Yeah, you have to have outfield speed here at this Chase ballpark. It is a big outfield. And take a look at 407 is straightaway center, but 413 in those gaps and those power alleys.
A lot of room to roam here.
A lot of room.
Bounce just foul outside of first base. Chandler, the 23-year-old from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Chandler, Arizona, by the way, is 21 miles southeast of where we are right now. Bubba Chandler facing the Diamondbacks here in Phoenix. And gets the strikeout. The 0-2, second K, and back to the top of the order.
Yeah, nice job, Bubba. Just finishing off Alek Thomas. He's been pitching real well from the windup. So he's just struggled a little bit from the stretch, and so that the command is there in the windup. Let's see if he can stay in the windup this inning and get the Pirates bats back going.
Isn't that interesting, Kevin? And an excellent point that can disrupt. See, a lot of times pitchers just are breezing along in that windup, and then when they go to the stretch, that messes with them. 2-0. Struck out Perdomo. Couldn't hold up. Geraldo Perdomo came in hitting .245, a couple of homers, 9 ribbies.
Nice, good pitch there on the inside part of the plate. We'll see if they use Perdomo's aggression. Obviously, the 2-0 pitch got him to chase up at the top. See what Joey Bartz punches down here.
2-2. Ryan O'Hearn, a toss to Chandler. The second out. He's a Gold Glove caliber first baseman, isn't he?
He is, and you enjoy watching him. It's not too often times you can't think of really when the Pirates had a left-handed first baseman over there. You have to go way back a couple decades before you can remember anyone.
Ketel Marte comes to the plate. He tripled off the wall in the first inning.
I'll tell you what, when that ball came off the bat, I thought it was going to split the gap. I didn't know it was going to go halfway up the wall. So, again, opening up the roof here at Chase Field.
A rarity.
Especially this time of year.
First time the Pirates have played with the roof open here since May 14, 2019. Pirates won that game, by the way, 6-2. It's been a while. 0-1 count. Popped out of play. By the way, we're going to talk to the guy who pitched so brilliantly on Sunday for the Pirates. Bubba Chandler's buddy, Braxton Ashcraft, is going to join us live in the dugout at the top of the third inning. And what a game. In fact, Don Kelly said it's the best outing he's seen of him in the big leagues. Pop up.
That's very efficient.
That's more like it. Bubba Chandler, 1-2-3 second. We'll talk to Braxton Ashcraft next. We're back here, 2-0 D-backs, top of the third inning. Pirates come bat, and as promised, Braxton Ashcraft, who pitched that brilliant game on Sunday, joins us in the dugout here in Arizona. Braxton, thanks so much for being with us. Just could you comment on the game on Sunday? Just talked to Don Kelly before the game on his pregame radio show, and he said he believes it's the best outing of your big league career.
Yeah, I would go as far as to say it's probably my best outing of my career. Just attacking the strike zone, getting ahead early, and giving myself opportunities to get the ball put in play and let these guys make plays behind me.
Yeah, that was so impressive. And honestly, I was going to ask you too, what was one of the biggest things, your biggest takeaway from last year to this year? One of the things that you learned the most about yourself from year to year? Yeah,
I said it before, just the process and how I go about my work in between starts. You know, the starts are the kind of the cotton candy. They're fun. They taste good, especially whenever they wind up good. So, you know, you can put a lot of weight on that if you want, but for me, I find that the work in between creates the most consistency, and that's kind of what I've tried to dive into and be committed to.
Yeah, one of the things we did say too is, I mean, Mitch Keller's Friday night, that start he had Friday night, I mean, it was electric, and you got to see him go 7 innings. And how much you guys, that healthy competition that you guys have as a starting pitching unit, how much has that inspired you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that any form of competition is good competition. You know, it helps a lot with, you know, again, how you go about your work. You see somebody before you put together a good start, and it's invigorating. You want to go and you want to one-up them and be able to have the bragging rights in the clubhouse amongst those 5. So, you know, ultimately what it boils down to is giving us a chance to win. You go out there, you cover 8 or 7 2/3, whatever it may be. And in Mitch's case, it's 7, and gave us a really strong chance to win, gave the bullpen a blow. And, you know, whenever you're able to do that, it takes a lot of stress off of everybody. Takes a lot of stress off the bats. Takes a lot of stress off the bullpen, off the manager, whatever it may be. You put the team in a better position, and I think that Mitch, Paul, Brian, all these guys, O'Hearn, Lau, Ozuna, like all these older guys in the clubhouse, they've kind of instilled that team first mentality in all of us this year, especially, and that's just kind of what we've all tried to buy into.
Braxton, some might have been surprised that the Pirates bounced back as strongly as they did against the Reds after the series lookout against the Cardinals. But I'm sure you guys weren't surprised. And a lot of the fans wondering, what's that attitude like in that clubhouse when the team was, you guys were never like panicking or down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it starts with the energy we carry in the clubhouse and onto the field in between innings and during at-bats, being engaged, just being a good teammate. And again, it goes back to the process, right? Like, this is a game of failure, and you're going to have failure, and there's always plenty of it. Like, you look at the best in the world on a year-to-year basis or on a career basis, and they fail sometimes more than 70% of the time. So, I mean, understanding that and knowing that those spells are going to come, you're going to have spells where you lose 5 in a row, and you're going to have spells where you win 10 in a row. And, you know, just trying to stay consistent within that, trying to have a consistent body of work in between those spells and during them. And, again, not putting too much weight on the results that you see on the field, just making sure that your process is elite in the time being.
Well, one of the things we got to say is congratulations again, because you're Big Papa now, you know.
Yeah. You're Big Papa, man.
So tell us how exciting that's been. Obviously, in season 2, to experience this with the family, starting the family. How awesome has that been?
Yeah, I think that for me, you know, you hear it from guys that have kids all the time. They say the game becomes a little, I don't want to say insignificant, but your priorities change. Everything about, you know, who you are as a person changes because you have somebody that you're bringing into the world and you're responsible for another person.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't take that lightly at all. And, you know, there's a lot of guys in this clubhouse that have kids, and they're unbelievable role models, and they're good people to lean on for that.
Oh, that's pretty good. That reveal was awesome. By the way, it was my favorite of all time.
I appreciate it.
That was pretty good. You guys did a good job on that. I know everybody.
Those that didn't see it, by the way, Joey Bart came out wearing a compression sleeve. It was pink, so we all knew.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Joey something. That's a little outside his comfort zone, but that's just, again, that's a testament to the teammates we have in this clubhouse.
Wow, that's so good. That's so good.
Ground ball to third. Arenado Throws on to first. Hey, Braxton, thanks so much, and great job on Sunday. Really appreciate you being with us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Braxton Ashcraft, the Wrangler. Pirates Baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. And we thank our guest there, Braxton Ashcraft, who's talking a little bit about what he talked to us about with his rotation mates. I want to know all about it. Well, what did KY ask? Oh, the headset said they're tough to put on. I don't know how those guys do it.
I don't know how those guys do it.
Yeah, really, that's the truth.
They are impressive.
Yes, they are. There's Paul Skeens there.
Yeah,
Henry Davis next to him.
Yeah, there's Henry. He's in the mix.
Yeah. Right there between Mitch Keller and Paul Skeens. Well, back to the windup. Kevin Young and the strikeout of Carroll.
It's been noticeably different. Fastball command, got a good explosive fastball at the top of the zone. Blown right by Corbin Carroll. He's at 98. Just the explosion at the top. It's very impressive.
Sixth whiff with a fastball there for Bubba Chandler.
Yeah, I like that. To keep the guys off the fastball just in case they want to try to ambush. Goes with the 0-0 changeup to get ahead in the count. That's exactly what you need, obviously, with Bubba Chandler. You'd like to see him stay out there and really make it a tough and make efficient innings more than anything.
Drive to right field. And Reynolds on the 0-2 pitch. Line to the wall and right.
Another nice job by Brian Reynolds, getting a good jump. See the location of this ball.
Wow.
And that's impressive. You turn around 98 above the zone. Brian Reynolds finds the wall. Being able to get back to the warning track to the fence there and make a play.
Maybe lesson learned there. Del Castillo getting that fastball up out of the zone.
Now, a lot of these hitters have to sell out. I mean, there's no way you can look for anything other than a hard fastball to reach Bubba Chandler, especially if he's above the zone. You can't be anticipating anything other than a fastball at the top of the zone if you're going to turn it around that way.
Breaking ball, slap foul by Ildemaro Vargas. Got credit for the double that should have been caught in right center field. A fly ball that dropped between Reynolds and Cruz. One is an RBI double.
Yeah, they'd like to dispose of him very quickly. He had a nice extended long at bat that last time.
And he is hard to dispose of quickly because he does things like that. Vargas.
Hey, see Marcell Ozuna hustling out on the field to get a foul
Good to
ball.
see.
You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
And he did it without the mitts.
Not just a DH.
No sliding mitts.
No, how about that?
He
Yeah.
did it without the mitts.
Bounced off of Chandler, but calmly picks it up and tosses on to first. 10 pitches in that third inning. Pirates trail 2-0. Welcome to the Toyota RAV fourth inning here in Arizona. And there's the great Point Park University Hall of Famer Ed Haberle. Makes his home out here in Phoenix. He basically ran Nike for a while. And he's next to a guy who ran Frontline Sports. His buddy Glenn Lyon. They're with their wives, Caroline and Jane. And he remains a great Pirate fan. Ed Haberle. Another Point Parker, Don Kelly, is the Pirate manager, but not tonight. 0-1 on Reynolds.
As he said, he was in timeout tonight.
Yep.
Looking for this Bucco offense to get started.
Reynolds, O'Hearn, Osuna. Foul off by Reynolds.
Browning never fails when you have those crafty lefties that have been around a little bit, know how to just miss the barrel. Late movement. Rodriguez has a nice little cutter. Stands on that far side of the rubber. Just stays out of the middle of the plate. Umpires will be able to draw a walk near one swing away from tying this ball game up. And as you said before, the Diamondbacks have been walking a lot of guys.
Close pitch.
Brian grabbed his helmet just in case.
Yes, I saw that.
Just in case it was the delay call.
Yep.
I want to make sure you see that I'm grabbing my helmet.
6th in the league in on-base percentage. Strike 3, and he's going to tap the helmet. And that one wasn't so certain.
Pitch is a strike. Batter's challenging.
That's just like a tap. He didn't put the whole palm on the helmet. Let's see. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Ah, he's right.
Here's the ball. Pittsburgh retains their challenge.
He's like 4 for his last 4.
Hey,
he's really feeling confident about it.
Once he unlocked it,
yes,
he was good to go.
Yep.
Just need to give him permission.
Yep. After the challenge, looked like, you think?
That's priceless.
And now O'Hearn take advantage of the leadoff walk. And that's hit hard. Oh, what a play at first base by Vargas. And throws to second.
On the bag.
Not safe there.
Stay on the bag.
Safe there. And no out recorded at second, but a great play by Vargas to rob O'Hearn and get the out there at first base. And smart thought there from Kevin Young to stay on the bag.
So that's the one where he has a shortstop. The decoy is, once that play is made right there, obviously that's a tag play, but go ahead and play like you're throwing the ball back to first base. See if the base runner just walks off the base. Brian Reynolds does a good job of staying on the bag.
HN Supermo look. As soon as Vargas stepped on first base, that became a tag play for the infielder. Now Osuna.
Probably coming
Strike.
up bigger
1 ball, 1
time,
strike.
yeah, for Marcell Ozuna to come away with a RBI here to cut this deficit in half. Pirates find ways to just keep battling, having good at bats. He'll break through at some point.
Oh, high fly ball to center field. That was close to being a bomb by Osuna. 2 outs. On the play, Reynolds to third. Coming up next homestand, the Pirates will host the Colorado Rockies starting on Tuesday, a 3-game series, and then the Phillies come in. And next Friday, it's a 6:40 start, a week from this Friday. 6:40 start, and after the game, post games and belly fireworks show. Go to pirates.com/fireworks. That's Friday night, May 15th. Following the Bucks Phils Friday night game, Marcell Osuna there. And now Connor Griffin.
Yeah, Connor looking to tie the ball game up there. A nice aggressive attack.
Oh, and 2. Connor Griffin moving up to the 6th spot of the batting order for the first time in his early career. He's hit 7th and 8th. And a couple of times he's hit 6th previously, but this foul tip and the strikeout. And that's 4 Ks for Rodriguez.
Welcome back to Chase Field, where Bubba Chandler had not the best first inning with 37 pitches of 2-run ball, but put together 2 very efficient scoreless innings after that. And Bubba Chandler was extremely candid coming into talking about finding a balance of utilizing anger as a motivator. He said he didn't really want to go full Jared Jones, super mad on the mound, and how Jared uses that anger, but instead find a good balance. He said last year was naive to everything. There was a good mix of being angry and mad at things he couldn't control, and in turn he was able to use that on the field. So Brownie, pay attention to that, how he bounces back in this inning as well. That was a big focus for him, finding balance with that anger and being able to turn that into good results.
Yeah, it looks like, knock on wood, Hannah, it's happened so far since the first inning troubles. And as Kevin said, probably no coincidence that in the windup he's shown better command.
Yeah, the game will definitely test you, and it will challenge you in a lot of different ways. Mentally, that's always going to be a big component of that. Bubba Chandler's found a way to get back in this game and keep the ball club in close distance so they can do something offensively. But first, you got to continue to get that first out.
And here's a big tester, 3-1. And when you know it, he walks him to start the fourth. He had a 10-pitch third inning, 1, 2, 3, 13-pitch second inning. That long first inning, 38 pitches. That's the fourth walk of the game. First pitch strikes. He's been good with that. 12 out of 15. Taking a page out of the Braxton Ashcraft book, but hasn't paid dividends to this point necessarily. All those first pitch strikes, and still he's walked 4. And a pitch clock violation on Chandler.
Yeah, Bubba's a little confused on what happened there. That might be along with Bubba.
It did seem fast. I wasn't paying attention to the clock.
It seemed really fast. Arenado got in the batter's box, and maybe he got in almost with 9 seconds left. You have to be in there with 8 looking at the pitcher. And now with that pitch clock violation, now the count gets to 3-0 really quick.
And he walks him on 4 pitches. Well, 3 pitches. Well, I think Bart wanted a challenge. Apparently the home plate umpire didn't hear it. Ben May, I don't know if he signaled it.
I think Bubba definitely wanted him to. He was waiting for Joey maybe to challenge it.
No, he just asked for timeout. That's all that was. Once again, the command just suddenly leaves him. And that pitch clock violation did seem to rattle him a bit. Wondering what happened. You get 18 seconds.
Seemed like it was really quick, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I was surprised.
With runners on base, 18 seconds. 30 seconds between batters.
Yeah, I think what happens, Arenado just got into the box maybe with 9 seconds left. And they actually looked at him, and then by that time, that 8 seconds flew past Bubba.
Bounce left side. Griffin a chance at third. Good job to get the out there.
That was a good job all the way around. Jared Triolo might have had a shot at that play himself of cutting it off, but just because of that, where the ball was hit. You see where Jared Triolo was playing. He took a quick break over there. Realized he couldn't get back, but was able to get back to third base because that was going to be the only play for Connor Griffin. Deep in the hole. Nice job. You know, third base, got to get to the base. Can't be trying to find it with your foot.
Now, if he thought he had a shot at it, he's got a chance. Certainly at second, maybe a double play ball.
Yeah.
No?
Off the bat, he thought he might have.
Yeah. Then you have to make a decision quick.
Yeah, definitely get back to the base.
Alec Thomas, who struck out in the second. Well, Jared Triolo is a Gold Glove utility man. And
We said
nice to have that glove at third base.
It really is.
Bouncing ball right to short, and there is one, and there is two.
Nice work, Bubba.
And Bubba Chandler, after the 2 walks, get a couple ground balls. Back to the bat rack. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code, log in with your provider, and get direct access to live games, plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love. Just a lot of Pirate fans on hand here tonight, including Kimberly Shields Kimmel of Punxsutawney, Mike DeFabio and his son Joey. Mike's originally from Steubenville, and Joey DeFabio has become a great Pirates fan here in Phoenix. Bouncing ball, Mangum foul. Bottom third of the order. Rolled to Arenado. Second time he's hit the ball to him. The first time was that broken bat. Oh, I hope you're on hand for the Pirates and the Philadelphia Phillies. They come to town 1 week from this Friday. It'll be a 3-game series. The showdown. Cross-state rival Philadelphia Phillies. Action-packed, promotion-packed, including kicking off the Zabelli fireworks night. And that ball's fouled off. Get your tickets at pirates.com. And that homestand will begin 1 week from today against the Colorado Rockies, as the Pirates play the West, the D-backs, these 3, then on to San Francisco, back home, 3 with the Rockies. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, the 12th and 13th, afternoon game the 14th, as Bart gets a piece of it, and then the 3-game series against the Phillies. For Joey Bart, he's hitting over 300 his last 7 starts. A .320 hitter his last 9 games against the Diamondbacks.
Eduardo Rodriguez, his last start only went 4 1/3, so see what he has in his tank. Obviously a veteran pitcher, has been able to lock into the strike zone a little bit, lost a little bit of command earlier in the game, and Pirates keep pressing and putting base runners out there. They're looking to break through at some point.
1-2 to Bart. Another foul. Out of play off to the right. Rodriguez got to the big leagues for the Boston Red Sox 11 years ago. 6 seasons in Boston, couple years with the Tigers. And Bart, a fly ball to center. And that is Thomas. And now here's a message from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
Eduardo Rodriguez has retired the side in order in the 1st and 3rd innings, and he's threatening to do it here in the 5th. Jared Triolo lined out to the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in his 3rd inning at bat. Triolo reinstated from the injured list on Saturday. Right knee patellar tendon injury. Lines this to left field. Good piece of hitting there.
Oh, nice cutoff.
Jared Triolo into second base with a double.
Gurriel really did a nice job of cutting that ball off and getting to the wall for an easy double for Triolo. Thought he might have had a shot at him, but Jared hustling right out the box. It's a great job of getting the hands in and getting some extension to pull side. Watch Gurriel right here. slide and keep that ball in. He thought he might have had a shot to stop the runner.
And now O'Neal Cruz, who has popped up and struck out. And it's a roller to second. The Pirates leave a man, and they're being blanked by Eduardo Rodriguez. 2-0 Snakes. 2-0 Arizona. Bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Griffin was around the second base bag there when Nolan Arenado reached, and they had a little conversation. Maybe Arenado congratulating the 20-year-old. Arenado, the 14-year veteran, a 10-time Gold Glover.
Now, you like to think Connor Griffin spent a lot of time watching Nolan Arenado do some really good things. And Arenado, he was drafted out of high school as well at 18, but he spent about 4 years in the minor leagues.
Maybe ask him how you did this.
How did you do this so quickly? Super talented.
Geraldo Perdomo 0 for 2. And 2-0 pitch fouled away.
Yeah, just a lot of firsts. You think about that for Connor Griffin. I mean, first time, playing in there, Arizona, on this field, fast infield, big crowd, just a big hanger of a ballpark. I mean, just so many different things.
Seeing for the first time, there he is looking up. All this stuff.
I didn't have a retractable dome in high school in Mississippi. It wasn't like that. It's pretty cool stuff, though.
3-2. Chandler has already walked 5, including 3 in the first inning. 2 back-to-back leading off the 4th.
It's so important for Bubba to minimize base runners at this point in the game as well, because it's a big difference when you have a 2-run lead as the Diamondbacks do now. You can just hold them off. You're 1 walk and a blast away from getting back in this ball game yourself.
And another walk. 6. This one leads off the bottom of the 5th inning.
As you go through the meat part of this Arizona Diamondback order, see this pitch just gets yanked a little bit. The tough thing about the Diamondbacks and their top part, the middle part of their lineup, they do run well as a part of their game, and so they have a lot of different options, speed and power.
And ball 1 on Ketel Marte.
See if Bubba can get another ground ball as he did to end the inning.
Line to right, and Reynolds.
You're always hoping on those low line drives to the outfield, because you've seen it time and time again. The balls get in the lights. And thank goodness this ballpark at Chase Field, the lights are so high. Those line drives don't really play a big part of that.
Well, we saw it on Thursday afternoon when Mason Wynn of the Cardinals lined a ball to right field. Reynolds had the ball, lost it in the lights. Ball dropped in. That was a big moment in that game.
It is a hopeless and helpless feeling as an outfielder. I've experienced that a couple times. You feel like you're on an island all by yourself.
Not fun.
And it's happening really fast.
Snap throw to first.
And we got a big glove over there. See Perdomo just wandering off a little bit. Joey Bart took a snap throw. Nice job by O'Hearn making sure to keep that ball in front.
1 ball, 1 strike on Carroll. Perdomo 6 stolen bases, 27 last year. And 2-1. And it's a pop-up. Somebody said, "Take it, Tree." That might have been Bubba yelling to Triolo as he becomes traffic cop.
Pop-up priority. Third baseman has priority over everybody else in that position. Shortstop has priority over the third baseman. But Connor Griffin did not want to make that play, Bronny.
No. Now, Del Castillo. He's had a couple of good at-bats against Chandler. The sacrifice fly in the first, and then the line drive out to the wall in right field.
But you can see even on that 0-0 pitch, they are geared up to try to ambush that fastball. And that's why it's so important for Bubba to be able to get ahead with other pitches. And it just sets up everything else.
And that one there, a changeup. Levin Furniture and Mattress strike zone.
That's some kind of nasty.
Shaking off Bart a couple times. Bart punching in the numbers.
Three in a row.
Johan Ramirez is up. Chandler is about ready to throw his 90th pitch. Well, this likely his last batter of the night. One and two, so he's certainly hoping to get Del Castillo and at least give the Pirates 5. There you see the pitches by inning. Two and two.
Oh, nice pitch.
Might be his last pitch of the night and one of his best. Strikes out Del Castillo. Still 2-0 Arizona. Bubba Chandler back in the dugout. Some high fives for that scoreless 5th inning, and that strikeout presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. Will very likely be it as he reaches a career high in terms of pitches delivered. 92 on the night for Bubba Chandler, and striking out the last batter he faces, Del Castillo.
And it was very impressive. I mean, as you said, that 38 pitches in the first, and be able to bounce back and finish going 5. If this is it for Bubba, you kept your team in the game.
And you could argue, certainly,
absolutely,
legitimately, that he should have given up 1 despite the walks. Roller to short. And Gonzalez is retired. Perdomo to Vargas. A lot of ground balls from Rodriguez. But yeah, the first inning, the ball that's not caught by that Ildemar Vargas hit to right center field. And Reynolds appeared to stop, or at least look toward O'Neill Cruz as if he thought Cruz was going to make the play. And it went as an RBI double. And Chandler had to throw, what, 14 more pitches after that.
Yeah, that's a big difference between, as you said, those 24 pitches versus that 38. That's a big difference. It's a whole inning's worth, and he was able to show that. But like we said, we kept him in the ball game. Now the Pirates offense has to do something. You see Bubba Chandler sitting there. Looks like it might be his night.
5 innings, 2 runs, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts.
And Rodriguez has definitely had the Pirates number. He continues to pitch all 4 quadrants of the zone, changing speeds with late movement. He's been able to miss barrels consistently.
Wow. It's a chase. Reynolds 0 for 2 with a walk. 5 strikeouts for Rodriguez. First pitch, breaking ball for a strike.
We'll say, Browning, I mean, with this ball club and their ability to put the ball on the other side of the wall this year, you always feel like you're in games like this because you all throughout your lineup you have guys that can actually do just that,
including this guy here. Whoa, man. Shin music, 91. O'Hearn.
O'Hearn might have hit himself getting out of the way. He hit himself with the bat.
That helmet might have come off and clipped him on the nose.
Let's see where the barrel of the bat went. Definitely looked uncomfortable. See him touch his nose.
Rodriguez, 5 strikeouts, matching his season high. 2-2. His second start this year, his best, 7 shutout innings against the Braves. And a fly ball to right, and a disgusted O'Hearn slams the bat down. And 1, 2, 3, the Pirates retired in the top of the 6th inning.
Well, yesterday at PNC Park, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, the Richard Mellon King Foundation, and GoFundMe came together to combat hunger and food insecurity in the region with a new collective called the Berg Proud Challenge, powered by a $1 million matching grant from the Richard King Mellon Foundation. The Berg Proud Challenge encourages participants to run or walk 30 miles in 30 days throughout June, while also starting GoFundMe pages for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. The challenge runs from June 1st to June 30th. If you would like to participate, you can sign up online. Those participating are encouraged to raise as much as they can and share and track their progress with everyone in the community. Participants will also receive incentives like t-shirts and access to exclusive Berg Proud experiences for those raising $1,000 or more. Brownie, all designed to turn awareness into action, activating thousands of supporters to raise funds and expand access to food.
Good stuff, Hannah, and good to see Joe Block and Neil Walker on hand yesterday. Johan Ramirez.
You see the numbers for Johan and what he's been able to do with that good sinker and that sweeper. Opposing average 195. If he's in the zone, he is super effective.
Thanks again to Hannah for that report from yesterday, and Travis Williams, of course, right there, the Pirates team president. Johan Ramirez was summoned on Saturday, that Pirate blowout. Had to come on when the umpiring crew ejected Chris Stavinsky for what they said. They determined he was intentionally throwing at Sal Stewart. How they knew that, nobody will ever figure that one out.
He actually didn't get hit by the pitch.
No, it was just inside.
That's what really, I'm like, man.
Jackknifed out of the way, pitch was inside. And it was his reaction that then, Sal Stewart's reaction, that then caused. But then after a while, the home plate umpire, Willie Traynor, settled him down and he said, I'm fine. And then crew chief decided to meet with the other umps and they ejected him. They tossed Davinsky and that led to a suspension. 2-2. So it was Ramirez that came on. Ended up pitching 2 innings.
Thought we wanted.
I've seen that on occasion, that reaction from the batters.
Wish Joey would have listened.
Yeah. Fly ball left. Running out of room. Mangum.
See Mangum trying to make a play. The ball end up going into the net. Sliding in. Take care of those ankles over there in that corner. He's just looking for a reason to get that jersey dirty.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Ground ball to first. One away. Little guy who veteran Pirate fans remember. Late, great Bob Skinner passed away. And he was one of the integral parts of the Pirates teams back in the 1960 season, of course, but spent a number of years with the Pirates, then Reds and Cardinals, and became a big league manager, the Phillies and Padres, a longtime hitting coach of the Pirates. He had 2 different stints as a Pirate coach, including the We Are Family '79 Pirates team. Bob Skinner passes away at the age of 94 yesterday in San Diego. Did you happen to ever have a chance to come across Bob Skinner?
Unfortunately, I never did.
Great man. His son Joel, former big leaguer. Gurriel Jr. It's 3-0.
It's already had a couple of walks this game. I like to keep those base runners off the base pass for the Diamondbacks. It's not going to happen. Gurriel with his 3rd walk of the evening.
Bob Skinner again, thinking about Bob Skinner, who was a 3-time All-Star, World Series champ, of course, with the '60 team, and as a coach, the 1979 team, was with the Cardinals when they won the World Series, 1964. Former Cardinal here in Nolan Arenado.
About time for one of those 5-4 threes. Hey, nice little grab. They call me Batman.
Yeah, really nice catch.
Nice snag.
Oh. Not intentional.
Yeah. A little sweeper that got him away from Johan Ramirez. I've seen him lose a little bit of that control this inning. He's going to get a trip to the mound. Looks like he went the sweeper. He's caught right on the elbow pad of Nolan Arenado. Now Bill Murphy will take a trip. Big part of this game, 1st and 2nd with nobody out.
And now here's a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than Levin.
A little meeting on the mound. And the baseball world also lost an iconic voice. John Sterling passed away, the longtime voice of the New York Yankees. He was a legendary longtime voice, not just the Yankees, other teams, other sports. years with the Braves before moving on to become voice of the Yankees. He was an absolute classic and a nice man. Last time he came into the booth a couple years ago at PNC Park, talked about how much he enjoyed Pirate telecasts. Complimented the production. 0-1 on Moreno. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to keep this a 2-run deficit, 1 out here in the 6th, needing that ground ball. Chandler got him to put the ball on the ground twice.
That's one thing Ramirez can do. He can get the ball on the ground.
Oh,
good two-seamer. That ball's hooked down the line, but a good two-seam fastball he can let go, and also that sweeper gets guys out in front for weak contact. Now with 2 strikes, you almost think that that's exactly what they're trying to do here.
Moreno has not hit into a double play this season. Kind of hard to believe. And he lines this fair inside the line. This will score another run. 3-0. Double for Moreno. Gurriel Jr. scores.
And I don't think you can get that ball any closer to being on the line than it was. I thought for sure, especially from the right-hand hitter, you think that ball's going to tail away. It landed right on the right field foul line. You see that ball start running away. AHN Super Bowl gives you a good look at it. Just right on top of that line. That's so unfortunate for the Pirates. And now the Diamondbacks are in business. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, or 1 out, excuse me, when now the infield drawn in.
And it's Alek Thomas. Oh, brother, he's hit by the pitch to load the bases. Yohan Ramirez hits 2. After getting the first man to ground out, Vargas.
And once again, it looked like another sweeper, Browning, an off-speed pitch. That's the front foot.
Evan Sisk up in the Pirates pen.
Yeah, Pirates infield, corners playing in and up the middle, playing halfway.
Fights this one off and gets it down inside the line. This will score 2 more. Into second base with a double. And it's 5-0 Arizona.
Just timely hitting by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Pitch is a good 4-seam fastball in on the hands. And Perdomo just does everything he can to bring the hands in and hit that ball slightly above the label. Able to fight it off. You can see right there, just taking those hands in there, dropping that ball in there. Now, Pirates will still have the infield drawn in now at a 5-run deficit.
But Chandler can only watch now. Ramirez having control issues of his own.
Yeah, walks have been the culprit. Falling behind the count also does not help.
Infield in all the way around for the Pirates again. 2-1. Chandler walked 6. Here Ramirez in less than an inning has walked 1, hit 2 batters. And falls behind Marte, 3-1. Del Marte last 7 games against the Pirates here in this ballpark, hitting .333.
Felt like I was pitching against him. I felt like every hit he had was like that.
And he came in struggling too. 3 hits in his previous 24 at bats over the last week of games. So a 125 batting average coming into this one. But tonight he has tripled off the wall in left center, fouled out and lined out sharply to right. Del Marte in his 10th season, 32-year-old who hails from the same hometown as Pirates center fielder O'Neill Cruz. He's now in the Dominican Republic. Still 3-2.
Yeah, Diamondbacks all evening have been spoiling really good pitches from the Pirate pitchers. It's extending their bat so they can get a pitch that they can handle.
Torey Lovello in his 10th season, longest. This ball bounced toward the shortstop and safe. Connor Griffin's throw a little off the mark, so not able to put the tag on Thomas.
Yeah, tough play for Connor Griffin on the run, going to glove side. You see where he feels the ball on the glove side, trying to get around it, throwing off that foot and just yanks it a little bit. Joey Bart did a nice job of trying to get the tag back there, but again on a bang play with the infield in, the throw has to be on the money. Pirates didn't have a choice. They had to go for that play and cut down some of these runs.
That will be it for Yohan Ramirez. Rough outing for him. Nothing Arizona, bottom of the 6th, runners at first and third, 1 out. And this Pirates pitching change is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, service you can see, experts you can trust. It's Evan Sisk.
Yeah, Evan Sisk comes on and he's looking to get the ball on the ground. See if the Pirates can get out of this inning. And the speedy Corbin Carroll from that left side, the left on left matchup. It's not going to be easy.
Ideally a strikeout. He has struck out 16 batters over his first 9 appearances, and the runner takes off. Would not have been a play on Marte. Well, big lead now. They could get Rodriguez out of there if they'd like. He's 80 pitchers or so. Eduardo Rodriguez, 85 pitches. Really hard to believe. The Diamondbacks have only 4 hits, and they're leading 6-0.
It's a lot of traffic, a lot of base on balls.
6 walks for the starter Bubba Chandler in his 5 innings. And Yohan Ramirez faces 7 batters, retires 1, walks 1, and hits 2. Two and 2. Ramirez started to warm up in the first inning when Bubba Chandler's pitch count was climbing. And a fly ball right field, not far. Perdomo He's going to tag, and he will score. Sacrifice fly. That run charged to Ramirez. 7 runs.
Corbin Carroll just gets enough of this to get it out there, but Brian Reynolds almost like he had a tough time getting behind this baseball.
You know what's interesting, Kevin? That arm was so good last year. He had really worked on it the previous offseason. It's just not there this year for Brian.
Yeah, because that ball typically, that's a ball Brian Reynolds gets behind and he gets off a good throw.
Yeah, it's odd.
Nonetheless, the Diamondbacks are able to add another run now, 7-0.
Now Cruz for the final out. 9 come to the plate. The D-backs score 5. Pirates Baseball on SNP is presented by your Western PA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Here in Phoenix, it is 7-0 Diamondbacks, and Eduardo Rodriguez goes out there. Maybe tries to give Torey Lovullo and the Snakes another inning.
Yeah, they're both a little shocked that he came back and towed the rubber here at the top of the 7th.
86 pitches now.
As mentioned, his last start, he only went 4 1/3. He's definitely stretching it out today. He's done a good job of missing the barrels with Pirate hitters.
Fly ball to right. That brings up Connor Griffin. Time now for our Penn West University Educating You. We wondered what it would be like with the roof open. First time the Pirates have played here since May of 2019, where the roof has been open, and slightly better offensive numbers combined over the last 26 seasons. Runs per game up just a smidgen. Batting average up 5 points, 265 when the roof is open, 260 when it's closed. Teams slugged 443 with the roof open, 424 when it's closed. And OPS numbers combined about 20 points higher when the roof is open. You don't see it much. Again, the first time since 2019.
It is a sight to see.
Yeah, it's quite a production. About a half hour before game time.
Oh.
And now Connor Griffin puts a charge into one, dead center field. And Connor Griffin hits one off the top of the wall. Not a home run, just below the yellow line for a double. An impressive two-base hit by Connor Griffin.
Look at this swing here. Good extension of ball in the middle part of the plate. Connor thought he might have popped that one out of here. See, good extension. I want to see how close AHN Supermole will give me a good look at this one. Oh, just by about 3 feet.
Second double of the game. Triolo doubled in the 5th, and now here in the 7th inning, Mangum will try to at least crack the scoreboard.
Connor Griffin almost literally cracked the scoreboard.
Yeah. Five doubles now for Connor Griffin. He's got a 7-game hitting streak. Last 10 games during this streak, hitting at a 500 clip. 6 extra base hits. 8 RBIs. He's drawn 5 walks. He scored 6 runs.
I think that's probably the most impressive thing for me is that dynamic type of player. Not only can he drive him in, but he scores.
Yeah.
Ability to take those walks. He just shows you, what he can do.
By the way, this is not, I said mistakenly that this is the first time he's hit 6th. He actually hit 6th back on April the 4th and 5th, his 2nd and 3rd games in the big leagues. It was that opening series against Baltimore. But he sure looks like he belongs and then some, doesn't he?
He does.
Time called by Mangum.
I was thinking before the game, when you have, a couple of dynamic players. I mean, guys that can the speed and power. I mean, you have 2 on 1 ball club, O'Neal Cruz and Connor Griffin. And you really get excited about watching to see how they end up scoring and how they impact a baseball game. Connor Griffin is rarely showing exactly what he can do.
And Mangum, he is a strikeout victim. 6 Ks for Eduardo Rodriguez, which is a season high.
Another high fastball. And that pitch, it'll go down as a chase a lot of times. That's part of Jake Mangum's game. He looks to spray the ball foul pole to foul pole. Maybe a chase to most people, but that's part of his game. And unfortunately, he came up empty. Now Joey Bart is looking to maybe find a gap or some outfield grass to get the Pirates on the scoreboard. A lot of zeros up on that scoreboard.
First pitch coming up here. And he's in front 1-2.
Brownie, one of the things that kind of gets me excited about watching Connor Griffin, you think about his last at bat, the strikeout. I mean, as a young player, making the in-game adjustment against the same pitcher, this time getting his 3rd at bat and coming up with a result like that. That speaks a lot of volumes into his ability to make adjustments in game as well.
That was 415 feet, so that's the longest ball he's hit. A double, and that would have been a home run in every other ballpark except this one, Kauffman in Kansas City, the ballpark in Houston, Comerica in Detroit, and Coors Field, believe it or not, in Denver. The only places that ball he hit just now was not a home run, and there's a season high 7 strikeouts, the most for Rodriguez since July of last year. 7-0 Arizona leads it going to the bottom of the 7th inning on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. First of 3 here in Phoenix tomorrow night. Paul Skeens against Michael Soroka, and Thursday afternoon Mitch Keller against Zach Gallen. Pirates now face Waldemaro Vargas. There's Paul Skeens going tomorrow night. It's Evan Sisk who got the last 2 outs of the 6th. Storyline is Eduardo Rodriguez for Arizona and the lack of command for the Pirates pitchers, Chandler and Ramirez. Rodriguez pitched 7 shutout innings against Atlanta on 4 hits, his 2nd start of the year. And no doubt he's done for tonight. 7 innings of 2-hit shutout ball against the Pirates. Deep third, Triolo doesn't have even time to set up and throws a 2-hopper to O'Hearn.
Yeah, that's a nice drop step by Jared Triolo. I know he preferred to have that one nice, easy, long hop. That is the toughest pick for a first baseman when you get a 2-hopper over there, because that second hop is usually that in-between hop. see him drop step there and get in position and get rid of it quickly, get it on its way. What a nice play by O'Hearn to staying down on that ball.
Ball one on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So Kevin, the two hoppers the toughest. Explain that.
Yeah, so that first hop is usually a long hop and it's very easy. You see Jared, good footwork. You see the first hop, then that second one is right in between on the cut of the grass, right between the cut of the grass and the dirt. And you just never know what's going to happen. So got to keep that glove down. And O'Hearn is definitely plenty good over there at first base.
And that coming from one of the best defensive first baseman of his era, Kevin Young. Outstanding first baseman. So Kevin watches that. And Kevin coached Pirates minor league first baseman for a number of years. Is he, as the last several years, O'Hearn stand out to you as one of the better ones, huh?
He really does. And the thing is, he's not even getting a ton of reps at that position. And so when he gets over there, it's just like he's playing it every day still. But bouncing back to right field to first base is not easy either, because the speed of the game is so different.
It's just his 6th start this season at first base. Played a lot of first base with Baltimore and San Diego last year, but the longtime Oriole and Royal Brian O'Hearn. And this slapped past the first baseman. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is on base for a 4th straight time.
And this time by way of hit.
Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pittsburgh Pirates gear. Gurriel on base 4 times. Arenado on base 3 times. And the veteran Gold Glover Nolan Arenado, who's reached base safely now in 11 of his last 12 games. Traded over to the Diamondbacks. Cardinals paying $31 million of the $42 million left on his contract.
I wanted to ask, but because I was thinking about that the whole time. I was like, how much do they actually pay you that?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Cardinals were just at PNC Park. It was weird not to see him anchoring third base. And 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now St. Louis paying $31 million of the $42 million through 2027. Marcell Ozuna, a former Cardinal. Checks, no swing. A lot of action in Major League Baseball, of course. And those Cardinals, one that did not play. They were postponed. They were supposed to host the Brewers, but the Cubs won again in walk-off fashion in 10 innings against the Reds. And Connor Griffin. Those Cubs are on fire. "13 straight victories for the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Back-to-back walk-offs. Cubs came in 2 up on the Cardinals in the Central. Reds 3 back, Pirates 4 back, Brewers 4.5 behind. Meanwhile, Diamondbacks start play today with a record of 16-17. They're looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. And they look like they're well on their way to doing just that. Bucks were 4-2 last year against the Diamondbacks in the season series. But the D-backs have won 7 of their last 8 home series against these Pirates since 2018.
Don't you feel like that? I mean, it's like every time we come into this ballpark, I just don't feel right.
No, it just, yeah, I agree with you.
It's just, we have to change that. This is the year to change that.
Yep. Torey Lovullo with Jeff Bannister, his bench coach, former Pirate player and coach himself. Banny.
I did get to talk to Banny.
Did you?
Earlier
How's he
before the
doing?
game. He's doing good. Told me to tell you hello.
No, I'll go and see him tomorrow. I know he's a busy man, so I'll usually wait till game 2 of his 3-game series. Banny, a good man. A longtime Pirate coach. Liner left center field. Over is Mangum to cut off. Does a nice job. And throw to second base and out at second base. What a play by Mangum. Jake Mangum. It's a 7-0 ball game. You'd never know it by the way he plays the game.
Yeah, that's really nice. Reminds me a little Turner Ward action.
Man. Jake Mangum racing into left center field to cut that ball off. Hit by Gabriel Moreno.
Yeah, I think the best part about it, I mean, he wanted to cut it off and get the ball to third, but watch him redirect and he picks it up. Oh, wait, I got a shot here. Let me get it into second base. And nice job by Nick Gonzalez, not just anticipating that the play was dead. Sometimes it's so hard to hear the noise, the base runner's coming, but what a great play. She said, just play hard every pitch. Good things can happen.
Jonathan Loaizaga faces Triolo. Rodriguez went 7 innings, just 2 hits. One of them, a 2-out double by Jared Triolo.
Yeah, it's nice to see Tree getting back in the swing of things, literally. Just coming off his little stint on the IL. Now, 98 mile per hour sinker.
Sneak that through, but no, picked. And the pick on the other end by Vargas. Marte and Vargas combined to rob Triolo of a hit.
Yeah, good job, Jared Triolo, putting the ball in play to use the opposite field, that fast infield, try to shoot one through there on that right side. You see Marte with the pirouette. A little short, hot ball in the dirt. That's why they have big gloves over there at first base.
O'Neill Cruz. Another look at the play.
It's always a tough throw when you got to turn your back to the infield and pirouette. Hard to slow down that arm.
And is Santana going to get some work in? He has not pitched since last Monday. That's a drive to deep center field and caught at the wall by Thomas.
Yeah, another nice play by one of the outfielders.
2 outs. Time for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game. It is Eduardo Rodriguez. For the second time this season, he goes 7 innings of shutout ball. Did it against the Braves, his second start of the year. Does it tonight, just 2 hits, walked 3, struck out 7, a season high in strikeouts.
There's a lot of ways to get outs at the major league level. It doesn't have to be a 95 or 99 mile per hour fastball. Sometimes it's just late movement, a little crafty lefty with some veteran stuff on it. He pitched really well today. Brownie, we were discussing about the outfield play here at this ballpark, and earlier we were talking about how these outfielders go get it, and that was a good example. Alec Thomas, that ball straightaway center.
Yeah, this is good in outfield. I mean, the Cubs get a lot of attention for their outfield, but this is a really good one.
Have you seen some good plays all the way around? And I mean, Gurriel cut off the ball down the line, got the throw, trying to cut off a play, and then these guys, Corbin Carroll, you know he can go get it as well.
One ball, 2 strikes on Nick Gonzalez. 2-2. Struck out and grounded out twice. Eight ground ball outs for Rodriguez, who again struck out season high 7.
Yeah, lost a little command in that second inning. A couple of walks that inning, but he was able to bounce back and find his stuff.
And that's grounded to Arenado. And the Pirates go down in order. Shutout intact. Pirates Baseball on SNP is presented by AHN, official medical provider of your Pittsburgh Pirates, and by Barrel Automotive, driven to be better. 7-0 Arizona. I think we can see Kevin Young's house just with that peak in the back. Have the lights on.
Somebody's driving up there.
Yeah.
Hope they're delivering food.
Here's Dennis Santana.
Still celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Want some tacos.
That's the only thing we want.
Need runs.
Yeah. Of course, it's just past midnight now in the Berg. If you're watching the East. But you'd be watching anywhere in the world on the device, and there's a base hit and probably extra bases for Thomas. Easy double. Facing Dennis Santana.
Now you can just see how spacious this outfield is. I mean, the speed of Thomas, and that ball just splits between right center field, and just so much room out there. These guys, that they can get after, if they can run a little bit, they are going to pick up that extra base. Nice throw by O'Neal Cruz right on the bag, but Alec Thomas just so speedy.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that acreage.
And it's not just the, like you said, foul pole to foul pole. It's just not that. It's the fact that it's fast. I mean, the ball hits the ground and it just goes on both the infield and the outfield. So it's hard to cut off balls. You've seen a nice play by Jake Mangum earlier in the game, cutting off a ball, sliding to cut it off. And those are the type of athleticism and plays that need to be made out of this outfield.
Pitcher's called a strike. Batter's challenging.
It's Ben May, the home plate umpire. Nope.
It is a strike. Arizona has one challenge remaining.
Did you happen to see the Braves game last night, Kevin?
I did not.
Braves were playing the Mariners, and I think it was Sean Murphy challenged in the first 11 pitches of the game. Challenged twice and lost both.
Oh, has it? Yes. Oh, wow. Well, that might be a first. Hopefully the last. Yeah, now you're going to have me interested. I'm going to have to look it up and see what the situation was.
And to right. Wow.
They let go of that one.
Holy smokes.
I think Brian Reynolds.
Jeez, now that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, he was letting go of some frustration on that throw.
That's the arm that we saw so much of last year that we haven't seen much of this year. I mean, look at this.
He got behind that one and let it rip. Well, he said you play for every out, and that is definitely what it looks like. Brian Reynolds making sure he takes care of keeping the runner there at second base, and that was very important with nobody out.
Earlier in the game, if you saw the fly ball in the 6th inning that scored Perdomo. And a base hit to right. He'll be tested again. And here it comes. And the run scores. 8-0. Base hit Marte brings home Thomas.
You can tell Marte continues to swing a good bat against the Pirate pitching staff throughout the course of his career, especially here. You see this ball gets out in the outfield quick. Brian Reynolds catch that ball right about the same time Alex Thomas had touched third base, so you thought it was going to be a pretty close play, but you have to be right on the money to throw out the speedy Thomas. See Reynolds comes up and puts a strike there. Other side of the batter's box, he might have an out.
Well, they're really testing Reynolds. Well, game 2 of this series tomorrow night. Paul Skeens will start for the Bucks against the Diamondbacks and Michael Soroka, and our coverage on Sportsnet Pittsburgh will start at 8:30 on Wednesday night. It's going to be a Skeens night against the Snakes. Paul Skeens going for the Buccos, 4-2 with a 3.18 ERA. Though I think that earned run average might be incorrect, because baseball changed another play from the Skeens game on Thursday. So it's down to 291 because of that. There was originally an error, and then they changed it during the game to a hit in the first inning on Thursday. They changed it back to an error, a throwing error on Nick Gonzalez. Took away one of the earned runs. So his ERA is under 3 once again for the season. That's ripped to right field, and again, it's booted by Reynolds, but that won't affect the play. That's going to be an RBI, and because the score is out of hand, no sense Del Castillo going any further.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Dennis Santana coming in this situation and get his work in, but these pitches
speaking of ERAs, right?
Yeah, and that's going to boost up his ERA. See Brian Reynolds get on top of that ball and get it back in and hold the runner at first base, but yeah, very unfortunate for Dennis Santana. He's been giving up these earned runs at this point.
Fly ball left. 2 more in. 9-0. 9-zip Arizona, blanking the Pirates on just 2 hits. 9th inning. Statcast powered by Google Cloud. Connor Griffin hoping to get another at bat, but take a look at what he did in the 7th inning. This double, exit velo 110, 415 feet. It would have been a home run in 25 of the 30 ballparks, including PNC Park. Just not here. Coors, Comerica, Dakin Park in Houston, and Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Reynolds fouls it out of play, facing the lone lefty in their bullpen, Brandon Garcia.
Brownie, I saw that Statcast. I'm like, no, that ball went higher up the wall than it was on Statcast. I'm just saying.
I hear you. Yep. Okay, Bob Walk.
See Garcia's numbers.
Walkie loved to challenge that Statcast stuff. You're telling me that ball only went that? That's impossible.
Well, I know he's up watching right now.
No, he's not. That's why I'm saying it. No chance. Reynolds grounds out. Roberts in bed by about 8 o'clock these days.
That's okay.
But he'll watch the replay tomorrow. Billy Cook gonna pinch hit.
You said that with a lot of confidence.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
I was
Good.
making sure.
He bats for O'Hearn, and now just trying to find a way to break the shutout bid.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness, Billy Cook. Those pinch hit at bats. Get your swing off. Early in the count in the strike zone.
Later he goes, hey, that guy's in line to beat the Cy
You guys talking to about the speed of Billy Cook? You didn't?
I don't know if you and I were chatting.
We were talking about that. He can pick him up, put him down pretty good. Sneaky fast.
He is fast. Doesn't get many at bats these days.
But he's tooled up.
He's got 12 at bats this season, sometime in the minors. 4 hits and 12 at bats. Caught looking.
You know, so often when you have guys that not accustomed to getting minimal at bats, you often wonder what approach they take. They find ways to shorten up some things. So when they get those at bats, they can at least try to adapt to the environment that they're in instead of the one that they used to be in. Got a little more at bats under their belt.
And now Marcell Ozuna takes a strike.
See Marcell Ozuna put together another good at bat. Just missed a pitch earlier in the game, the straightaway center himself.
And the D-backs shut out the Pirates twice last season.
Pitcher's a strike, batter's challenging.
I just think this pitch found a lot of the strike zone. Nice job.
Pitch was ball. Pittsburgh retains.
Big league guy right there, Marcell.
Yeah. Last year the Pirates shut out the Diamondbacks at PNC Park. They were shut out at PNC Park the first game of their 3-game series. And here in Phoenix, they were blanked 5-0. And they are blanked here 9-0. And the offense completely shut down. Just 2 hits for the Pirates. Jared Triolo and Connor Griffin with doubles. Eduardo Rodriguez, Jonathan Loaizaga, Brandon Garcia shut out the Pirates.
Now, we have to focus a little bit on Bubba Chandler and his bounce back after that first inning, because he did his job of keeping the Pirates in the game for the remaining part of his 5 innings pitch, and he did a good job of doing that. But like you said, Brownie, those bats did not come alive after the day off.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till tomorrow to get that offense back in gear. Bubba Chandler struggled early, but did keep things in check. 5 innings, 2 runs, and then struggle for Johan Ramirez and Dennis Santana. So the D-backs win the first game of the series. More to come. We'll send it back to the studios for analysis. 9-0 D-backs shut out the Bucks.